When I was a little kid, I gave God the finger, the middle finger to be precise. I was about 4 or 5 years old and I just learned what it meant. And as any little boy will do when he learns something that he's not supposed to, I practiced it in secret. And at this time, I was practicing it in bed. I was just lying on my back, working on my hand, so it had the appropriate form, so that if any of my friends made me angry, I could show them what I thought. And all of a sudden, I realized that my finger is pointing towards the sky. And I start to freak out. And so I'm like saying, no, I didn't mean it for you, not for you. And I turn over on my bed and I point my finger down because, that's where the devil lives. And I was like, no, this is for him. This is for him. Not you. This is for him. And even though I might have done something that might be considered rude or even, wrong or unholy or even thing, God knew my heart. He knew I didn't actually mean it like that. And I didn't know his heart, so I was confused and didn't understand, and so I was freaking out about it. So fast forward to a little bit later in my life, and I was at a fellowship at my church, and we were watching a video about giving things to God, and there's a phrase that often comes to people's minds when they have to do something, if they have a responsibility that they have to have, and it's called, this is my cross to bear, and the implication of that is that when you are bearing that cross, it's something that you're going to have to do until that thing is complete. I believe it references the passage in the Bible where, Jesus is telling people, hey, come take up your cross and follow me. The implication of the statement then, therefore, is that if we are to follow Jesus, we have to carry our crosses to him and suffer the same fate. Now, we do have to crucify our flesh. We are absolutely in need of doing that, because if we don't, then the old man is still running rampant in our lives and we need to get that thing gone. But I don't believe that carrying our cross until the thing is complete is something that the Lord intended. His yoke is easy and his burden is light. And I don't know about you guys, but when I think about crucifixion, that's not exactly the two words that come to mind. So how can that be? My only thought then is that what Jesus is telling us to do when he says to take our cross and follow him is we're supposed to go take our cross so that we can go, so that he can go die upon it. It's talking about our sin, not our responsibilities or anything like that. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about how if we have a problem, if we have a burden, if we have something that we need to sacrifice or get rid of, and if we have something that we need to do, we need to take that burden and take that thing to Jesus so that he can fulfill the necessary requirements of it, so that we no longer have to bear that burden. Like, we don't have to bear the burden of our sin, because Jesus has taken those burdens and has essentially alleviated that of us. And so I feel like I'm growing closer to the Father's heart, and while I don't completely understand it, I do feel like I have a better grasp of it. And I look forward to learning more about his heart. My name's Dave. It is nice to meet you guys. I'm looking forward to having the rest of the semester with you guys. Thank you very much, and I hope you guys have a good night. Ready? I am ready. I've gotten all the sillies out. All the silly willies. All the silly willies are gone. We're definitely having a blooper reel. Alright. When I was a kid, I gave God the finger.
There was rustling noise going in the back.
You're right, that's right. This is not the tape we're gonna use.
But we're not starting over, we're just gonna edit it out.
We're just gonna edit it out, so hopefully we'll fix that in post. See, I used an editing term, because I know things. Anyways.